Today on Grow It With Science, I'm going to show you how to grow your own pumpkins just in time for Halloween. Now I know it sounds a bit strange to be talking about pumpkins in June, but this is prime time, pumpkin planting time. Pumpkins usually take between 100 and 120 days to grow from seeds to full-size pumpkins. So planting them now at the start of June, you're looking around maybe the mid to end of September to the beginning of October for harvest. Pumpkins store really well. So if you're harvesting late September into early October, you're going to be able to make loads of autumn recipes, and these are going to last you right through to Halloween. Those of you in the States, they'll even go through to Thanksgiving as well. So today I'll be using some Atlantic giant variety seeds, which I've never used before, so I've got no idea how they're going to turn out. So all I do is stick these in some regular compost in a medium-sized pot. Pumpkins like a bit of extra room to grow because the plants do grow absolutely massive, so I like giving them a bit of extra, oh, the fly in my eye. Pumpkins like a bit of extra room to grow. They grow quite big roots quite quickly, so it's worth giving them this little extra room at the start. Now pumpkins won't really grow or not grow as well in cold damp soil, so it's best waiting until end of spring where it's getting quite nice and warm, or like here it's absolutely boiling this year, so it's worth giving them just that bit of extra temperature in your soil, just so that they have the best start possible, and then they'll grow you absolutely massive pumpkins, so definitely worth waiting for. After around 7 to 10 days, you're going to start seeing your seedlings coming up. Give it another 2 or 3 weeks, you're going to have some nice sized plants ready to go outside. So these ones are put in around 4 or 5 weeks ago, and you can already see from the size of this one how quickly they grow. So these are ready to go out today. I mean, they probably should have gone out last week, but I've not had the time, so let's crack on and get these in the floor. Pumpkins are trailing vine fruit, so these plants are going to want to grow horizontally along the floor in a long single vine, but they'll also grow secondary and tertiary vines outwards and grow their own roots into the floor. So that's something that you do want to avoid, because that takes energy away from your plants and takes energy away from the pumpkins on your main vine. So you can see here I prepared a long bed for these to grow across, and all I'm going to do is plant them at one end and train them to grow down to the other. Now this ground's been baked absolutely solid, so I'm quite glad that I've not had to dig this out like the other beds all the way along, because it's an absolute nightmare when it's like this. The reason I've only had to dig this bit out is because the roots all go at this end and the vine goes down to that end, so there's no real reason for me to dig it all out like the other beds and take the time doing it. So I'll just cover it over with this weed membrane just to stop everything growing up through, and that's it. Maybe I'll put a board around it as well to make it nice. Now I would recommend using some weed suppressant along the beds, just so that you can keep any grass or weeds away from the pumpkins, and it allows them plenty of air circulation and sunlight to reach the plants and fruits while they're developing and ripening. So I'm going to get all these planted now and give them a good watering. Sorry. So there it is, started this year's pumpkin patch. I've also stuck in some Jack Be Little variety, which will give us some little mini pumpkins too. Hopefully now you know everything you need to know to go and grow your own pumpkins ready for Halloween. And I'll be keeping you updated along the way, right up until we harvest these ones. So don't forget to subscribe to Grow It With Science so that you don't miss those updates, and you can check out my other videos as well. If this video has helped, or if you've got any pumpkin growing tips of your own, make sure you let me know in the comments, and I'll see you next time. It's just walking out of the allotments, and Just had a bit of a splashing, and there's a little baby pigeon stuck in the water but in one of the other allotments, so I can't get in, so I'm going to have to try and fish it out with my rake. I just ran back and got it absolutely knackered, so let's give it a go. Just fished him out anyway, so he's stand there having a minute. He's been trying to get out for ages by the looks of it. He's quite tired and cold, so hopefully he'll dry out there now. It's not going to be that cold tonight, so be alright hopefully.